Let's retrace the main events in the audio frequency circuit. The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. The transformer changes this to an alternating current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
Molecules containing more than one atom can rotate and vibrate. Sometimes vibration is simple in form. We can see that each vibrational mode has a different frequency, and all of the patterns of vibration may be different. Each of the vibrations is a simple harmonic motion.
The same peaked wave triggers a pulse-forming circuit, which creates a new waveform, pulses with flat tops. Notice that throughout these changes, the exact subdivisions of our second in time have not been lost. We still have precisely the same number of positive peaks per second.
Pulsating direct current. Pulsating direct current.
If the sine wave's frequency is 1,000 cycles a second, we have actually divided 1 second into 1,000 equal parts. But in this sine wave, it's impossible to tell where each thousandth of a second begins and ends. That's why it's changed into this, a peaked wave, which can be measured from positive peak to positive peak.
The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current.
There!
Sergeant, repeat! Resume your positions now!
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places! Hurry! Where's my ear? Who's in my ear? Did you see my ear? Wait! Here I come! Here I come!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Toyman Unbox, starring yours truly at first. I'm the double whose door is always open. Gandalf at the gray of the white because I'm all black. Joy de LaForge, Captain of this enterprise, the swag king with a crown. Shout out to Sunday Swagger. The long lost homie of Zach Morris and AC Slater, since y'all got jokes. Sweet chocolate Jesus, as proclaimed by Robin of the Empire himself. And the man running up the chimney because he wants all the smoke. I'm Left Eye E.G.O, introducing our first guest who's new to the stage. The man from the land of the rising sun. His name is Angry Canadian. Good sir, how are you doing this early morning for you?
Yes, sir. 2 a.m. and I'm always excited and down to talk about toys, especially with fellow toy enthusiasts. And so this has been a long time coming. I'm sorry it took so long, but 14 time zones and everything, it's hard to get things to come together. So, but I really appreciate it, man.
Dude, we are so excited to have you. Guys, I've been trying to have this guy on for like a year and a half. This is monumental and fantastic to finally have him on because this guy's collection damn near dwarfs my own, okay? Mine and including my toy action figure brother in arms. We are both in each other's will that should anything ever happen to us, we're giving the toy to the other guy because our wives can't have them, can't sell them. It is Roman of the Empire. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. Yes, it's quite the unboxing today. See, toy enthusiast. That's much better than you freaking nerds. That's as Mrs. of the Empire would say. So Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good one.
All right, we'll check in and see what everyone's talking about so far. Jacob Ironside, good day, sir. Good day. Oh, one of the mods for all of my shows, and who's actually a fantastic guy with his own show on Tuesdays Reviews, Old Classic. I don't think he's going on. I think his next one will be next Tuesday on there as well. But Jacob Ironside, fantastic guy. All right. Bobby Wool, dude, welcome back. All about G.I. Joe, the toys that started action figures. Some of my first action figures were G.I. Joe. They were the first Christian approved action figure that I was allowed to have. So those are the memories that I have. And we've also got the lovely Sherry. Welcome. Welcome to the show. All right. So, actually, this just came out, and I wanted to get you all's thoughts on this. I literally just found this out. This happened about a week ago, and it actually just got out, and people are just starting to get to it. So it appears that Mattel and OpenAI are going to be doing a strategic collaboration for toys. And since this time, there has been quite a backlash from watchdog organizations about this. And so, yeah, they're trying to design, develop, and launch groundbreaking experiences for fans worldwide. Looks like they're going to be using OpenAI and ChatGPT for product development. Guys, now I'm just throwing this at you kind of fast, but immediate thoughts on AI and Mattel.
I don't like Mattel, but you know that. I don't like them. I don't, because they were all we had for a very long time, putting out the DC line. And as soon as McFarlane came in, it totally changed the game. Now, OpenAI, I'm just curious as to what they are going to be doing. You know, I can't. Here's my okay. It's not gonna make the Mattel figures worse.
Fair. Fair.
No, that's. I'll just leave that there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
If I'm thinking about it, so with ChatGPT, right? You have a prompt, or you give it a prompt, and it generates something for you. I don't know if it'd be too far-fetched to say that if you put in a prompt for a toy that you want, obviously, if it's not super intricate, that they'll be able to create it, from that prompt.
Okay.
If it's especially if it's like a single mold type of toy, and that's what they're trying to shoot for. Mattel, do they do cars? Do they do like the Hot Wheels or Matchbox?
Yes,
I think they do.
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a car collector anymore. Yeah.
They could do something like that, where it's like, hey, I want a prompt for like a cool looking car or whatever, and then it designs it, and then you can get it sold like that. So I could see that. It is then also on the production side of things, if they're going to be using it for the production, like you can get it to generate images, right? Like rough images of prototypes. So they are talking about that as well.
Dang, I didn't think about that. That's actually pretty good way to look at it.
Like I said, it ain't going to make Marvel worse or Mattel. I don't like Mattel. I don't like them. I don't like them. Maybe this will change my mind on their figures. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we talked before. Everything that McFarlane puts out now is like it's like how we because I don't know exactly when their line is going to stop. So
I think it starts next June. I think is when it's
okay.
over.
So it's like if they're churning them out, I'm probably going to be buying them. Not all, but everything is a collector's item from McFarlane now, unfortunately.
Yep.
Before I get to my piece, I gotta see this guy named Punish John. He's a new YouTuber and definitely not a band yet regularly handsome booktuber. Well, Punish John, I really hope you finish that novel. Definitely not. I hope you finish that novel that you've been working on. I heard it's supposed to be really good when it does come out. If you want to put the link in for your non-band booktube, please put it in the comments, please. I mean, I would say it was like I wasn't the biggest shoe guy. I'm still technically not a shoe guy, but I do know that when they started making user customized shoes where you could like, hey, what do you want the heel? What color do you want the heel? What color do you want the tongue?
Mhm.
What color do you want the top? Like when you could do that, I was like, okay, this would be fun. Honestly, I wouldn't even have to do all this. I'd be like, hey, make your own action figure. Like if you want, I want Clayface, okay, a
right.
Jokerized Clayface. Like this is you don't have to use AI for this stuff. I don't understand how it's supposed to work or how it's going to work because honestly, these are I don't. The original AI and the original Chat GPT was a poll. It used to be a poll. You called in, you wrote it on a letter, you mailed it in, and you tabulated the votes, and you kind of went from there. So unless you're trying to use it as a new way to figure out what's popular, it seems like it's going to be weird to me. I don't know. It's just I don't like Mattel either. As much to the extent that Roman doesn't, I don't either. So it's like you're doing things that are already making me even more upset, and it's bad enough I'm losing out on McFarlane. So we're gonna have to watch and track this when they do get it and see if it actually makes sense or if they mess this up. But I'm here to say one thing: no yeet. See you at 6 p.m. You know what, Roman? Or you know what, Joke JV? I did not want to do this. I'm gonna see if I have this. Okay, you know what? Because of you, JV, I'm breaking this out early. I didn't even want to break this out till Sunday, but you forced my hand.
4 letters, 1 word. G.
Okay, all right. That's what you're making me do. Okay. Well, I'll see you at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Wednesday night is overbooked. Anyway, all right. So because we've got AC up and he is a guest in-house E.G.O. You, sir, are up first. What do you have for us?
All right, so you gave me the opportunity to kind of go back and go retro, and so I kind of wanted to start with like where it all came from, like my obsession with Lego, and then kind of toy collecting after that. So what I got here is basically my very first Lego Star Wars set that I received when I was 15, I want to say, and I'm going to turn on the camera here, and yeah, so. This was about 2000, I want to say 8 or 9 when it released. And this is from the, it's a little dusty, so excuse that. But this is from the Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars show. And yeah, so this was my very first Star Wars Lego set. I've had other Lego sets, but Star Wars. And I cherish this thing. I've had this for like over 10 years now. And I've had to kind of like cannibalize other sets to get all the pieces here so that it's all like complete 100%. But it was well worth it. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun, playing with this and obviously displaying it. And it comes with my favorite Star Wars character, which is Captain Rex here. And so I've had him from, the beginning as well. And yeah, so going from this is obviously the oldest version of Captain Rex here. Going from the oldest version to the newest version, which I've got right here, and this came with this little, it's called like a microfighter, but it's his Y-wing that you see it in the final season. And yeah, this little minifigure here, you can see kind of like the evolution of at least when it comes to Lego minifigures. So on the left, you've got like regular blue arms, no painted or printed legs. But on the right, you've got like full-on printed arms now, as well as printed legs. So I think it's pretty cool to see kind of like the evolution here between these two.
What year's that new one?
This new one is, I think, last year, 2024.
Okay.
And there's actually a funny story about this. So for those of you who don't know, I have the Ultimate Collector series, which is like basically adult Legos of the Venator. So the cruiser from Episode 3 that you see in the opening shot. And in that set, it came with this Captain Rex right here, as well as a like a naval officer. And what was really funny is it was advertised as those minifigures were exclusive. And then like a year and a half later, they brought out this, or they announced this microfighter, and people are like, "What the heck? I thought this Captain Rex was exclusive to the $600 Lego set, but you're telling me
$600?
Yeah, it's about $650.
Oh my God.
I'll turn the camera around so you can see it because it's pretty big. But yeah, this is only like $20, less than $20. So
wow.
yeah, the Lego Star Wars community was pretty upset. But yeah, I'll turn the camera around so you can see the set in the background there. But there it is.
Shit.
Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, I The cable. I have my phone connected to the computer with a cable, so I can't really
Yeah.
move it too far. But yeah, that's just
I don't. Yeah, that's
my
fine.
room right here. There's a lot of stuff happening here, as well as
This makes
behind
me and
me.
Roman feel better. Our rooms are like this. This is okay. This is very. This makes us feel a lot better. Wow, bro, $600. That was worth it
Yeah,
though.
yeah, that was a big ask, from the wife, or to the wife, I should say. So
Oh, hold on,
very
hold
thankful.
on. Can you do Roman and I a favor?
What's up?
Teach us these powers, because I don't think I could ever.
There are
How do
many
you,
ways to the dark
Yeah.
side of the force.
man? Oh, $600. Wow, dude, that is awesome. I got Bobby Walden here. Have you guys ever seen? I think it was Conan when they had Harrison Ford on one end of their guys wanted him to sign a collector's item. That was the ultimate Lego Millennium Falcon over 10.
Woo.
10,000 pieces. Wow.
Oh my
I'm not sure
god!
what set that is, but that is pretty impressive. Yeah.
Oh, that's when he
Here.
dropped it. That's when it was like a
What?
joke. They handed it to
okay.
Harrison Ford, and it was the Lego Millennium Falcon, and he dropped it. But it was just it's a bit.
Okay.
It's a bit.
I got
because
you.
I had a stroke. That's oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I have seen that actually, Bobby.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, and I'm your man for trivial, useless knowledge.
Roman, dude, you're up next. Okay, guys. Roman, this is proof of life for me, our wives. So let us know, like, hey, look, we bought these. We're showing them. Any other money has been already spent because we're showing you what was purchased months ago in advance. All right, Roman, you're up next.
Free
You're
sales.
up.
Free sales.
Free sales
Let's see.
will kill
What do I have?
you.
I have a ton of them back here. Is there any particular one that you guys would like to see?
Is that?
Go ahead.
Here, let me
I was gonna say,
slide out
is
of
that a was it
Yeah,
Alex
Alex-
Ross Superman back there on the art?
Oh yeah.
Down here, yes, that
Kingdom
is
Come,
that
yeah.
is the Kingdom
Yeah,
Come
that's
Superman.
really neat.
This I had been waiting for forever. Now, Mattel put one out a while ago, and it's I bought it because I'm a nerd, so I buy everything. But it's not good. It's not good. So this one comes with it's a Page Punchers. Is this Page Punchers? Is this DC Direct? DC Direct, but it's all McFarlane putting the stuff out anyway. So it comes with a comic book in it, which is pretty cool. And the figure itself is just, man, why do I hate myself so much? If I were just a little bit smarter, my life would be so much easier. So I'm gonna crack this thing open, and like I said, so it comes with the Justice League of America number 10, the comic book, pretty cool just on its own. It does come with a flight stand, which is nice. We all like to get the flight stands, and it's always disappointing when they don't come with them. So I'm gonna put that over there for a second, and then breaking out the figure. I'm sorry, this is taking longer than I meant it to. There's like a lot to this packaging, and I actually hate the packaging. Packaging is a nightmare. So Superman, and he comes with 2 hands over here, and they're fine. I'll probably put one straight hand and one fist
Me too.
on the figure.
Real quick, sorry, Bobby. Well, yeah, Todd McFarlane, Mattel basically overpaid for it, so they're gonna get the rights to it next June. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. That's
So
nice.
this is the new one, and I like everything about this figure. He's got the slight bit of gray in the hair, which is good for. I mean, it's appropriate for that figure. The upper torso is nice. It's big. Some of the Superman figures don't. They it's like he's been on the Ozempic, and no one wants that in their Superman. Cloth cape with the wire, so you can make the cape do whatever you want the cape to do. That's one of the great improvements that McFarlane has made in their own line just over the last maybe year or so, because they weren't doing cloth capes before, and everyone's like, please give us cloth capes. But standard articulation points, so nothing crazy or wonky. The joints do move well, which is good. It's not a stiff figure. You don't feel like you're going to snap off the leg when you're moving it. But so like I said, it's a nice figure. It's as far as scale goes, it's going to stand up well. I've got the Kingdom Come Batman on the display back in the darkness there. So
Nice.
I'm going to try to figure out a way to get those two together. Frankly, I wish they would come out with at least, if not a complete Kingdom Come line, most of the big players. I'd like them to redo their Wonder Woman, because their Wonder Woman, the one Mattel did, sucked so bad. It was dreadful. They did a Green Lantern like from the DC Direct a long time ago, but that man does not move at all. He's basically a statue.
Doesn't.
So
They do
it's just-
not.
it's terrible. It's a terrible figure. So
Yeah.
I'd like them to redo, give us those figures. And that would be kind of cool. So anyway,
Yeah.
that is the Kingdom Come Superman, and I'm so happy they finally did it and did it well.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm actually surprised with that. I was gonna check that out too, because I actually have, real quick, just as an aside, I've got the other OG one that was the original one that they had out
Yes.
here. And so
Oh.
what I was trying to make sure is they kept the gray hair intact.
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I was like, the one I got, I didn't see it, and that was what I was worried about, especially
Yeah,
considering the
it's
fact
not
that
it's
when-
not super dark. Quite honestly, someone who was willing to put a little more effort in might do a little whitewash on the hair to make it more gray around the rim, to be more comic book accurate. I don't really feel the need to with this one. I did with Hal
Okay.
Jordan. You'll remember
Well, that was
when
what I was worried
came out.
about
I was not
because of Hal
satisfied with
Jordan.
that. 'Cause
Okay.
they gave him black hair instead of brown hair with the gray fringe, which looked stupid. So that
Very
one, I
stupid.
was like, no, this does not abide. So anyway,
All right. So, guys, before I release my first unboxing, I have to give a special shout out to the wife, Shiro. So, my neighbor had one of the original Mortal Kombat 2 arcades, the ones that came out like from Best Buy a few years ago. And he's pretty much either getting rid of it or had to get a new one. And he basically took off the panels, like the side panels that you see. So he gave me both of the side panels. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get the arcade game at this point because of the space I have. So Shiro's like, I have an idea. And the idea manifest is, I hate these way you mirror cameras. Damn it. It is right here. If you want a close up, this is what my wife, oh, wow. Here she heard her name. Just like,
Shiro.
She's excited. It's what happens when you feed your wife, guys. Happy the rest of the day. So if you want a close up, this is basically what it looks like. She basically had this panel, bolted it to the wall. So I'll be putting most of my, my actual figurines that don't weigh a lot, I'll be putting on this table. So this is what it is behind me. Again, when you marry Bob the Builder, good things happen. All right. So first thing is, even though McFarlane lost out on the DC contract, I'm going to be excited when he fully switches over to Marvel, because part of the issue I had when I wanted to first to get action figures was I thought I was going to try to move up to get to the figurines, like the huge statues, the ones that like look very articulated for being a statue, great art on them. But alas, those things are like $200 and I'm clumsy, so I don't want to break it. McFarlane has helped me on both ends, make me feel special without breaking the bank and carry my clumsiness, because he released X-Men statues and I actually got this one.
Nice.
This is the Cyclops one that he came out with. Guys, this was $25. $25.
$25.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
impressive.
And again, yeah, and this is like, I think this is based off of the Jim Lee cover in the 90s.
Oh,
And so-
wow.
yeah. So I'm looking at this, and basically he's got the black and blue shadowing. He's got the actual optic blast. It's articulated. It's got the X-Men with the rebar in the background. And again, this weighs like 3 or 4 ounces and was $20. So, or 20, maybe 30 total with shipping. But again, Roman's right. Pre-order will kick your butt, because I ordered this one and another one when they came out the same day. But I mean, if McFarlane moves to Marvel, I'm going to have a lot more Marvel than I anticipated, because this is fantastic.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it if he goes into the full figure production. because I have
Man.
a lot more Marvel figures than I do DC figures, and I have a
Really?
lot of DC figures. I mean, yeah, I've
Okay.
got yeah, that might break me. That might be Mrs. the Empire might file for divorce. She'll hear the news and she'll just pre-file for divorce. We're not doing this. I don't want to hear the words pre-order ever again. All right.
That statue, is there other like it, like other kind of like comic book cover style
Oh,
ones?
bro,
Yeah.
I've
I've got Captain America in the back. I
Oh,
don't.
that's sick.
I'm not gonna. But it's
Dude,
what McFarlane does so well is that they give you the representations of the figures that actually look like they do in the comic
Correct.
books,
Yeah.
which is something that the Mattel line simply didn't do. They gave you, oh, here's a Superman, here's a Batman, but they were they were very generic. You knew what it was, but it didn't look like any specific one. But McFarlane captures the essence of the characters so much better. Nadia, hello.
Agreed. Hey Nadia, welcome. I have to go back and watch your stream on Bring Her Back. I got to get your thoughts because I want to hear what you thought about it because I thought it was a great movie. Lego all the way.
Yeah.
I understand. I got you. That's how Lego got me. I got my Lego Wolverine claw back up here. So Lego gets you with all their licensing. AC, dude, you are up next. What you got, man?
All right, so this one is my final Lego like thing for the night, and so what I got here is something interesting. So every year Lego does like a May the 4th type of like promotion, right? And they
Right.
always do double points. So I only buy Legos on the like brand new Legos on their website during the double points types sales because I want to get some money back so I can spend it on more Legos or free Legos. And so this year, there was one set that I've been waiting for, and I was going to cash in my points on it, but I decided to use it to get the double points instead. And then I also bought a kind of like a meme Lego set, which is I'll explain the history of that. And then because I spent X amount of money, I got a free Lego set, Star Wars specific one, because Lego does. If you spend X amount of money, you'll get like an exclusive like that month's free Lego set, and it's very exclusive. Like you can't get it any other time. So,
Really?
yes. So I will let me turn on the camera here, and I'll start with
Yeah.
the exclusive one right here. So this one is supposed to be based off of the Camino training facility for the clone troopers. So they're wearing like their cadet outfit here. I want to say this is an escape pod, if I understand correctly. So it's supposed to kind of like, I don't know, fly away or whatever. But yeah, this right here is the free set. So it came with this big piece as well as these two other clone cadets. Which, by the way, they've never made a minifigure like this before. Oh, excuse me, with this clone cadet outfit, and then it has a little bit like a training course. So here's a tower. So these are like turrets right here, as well as a like a barricade with a gun rack on it. So yeah, so this was like the free set, and it was a pretty decent free set. I like collecting minifigures, so now I have I'm
Okay.
one step closer to having every type of like clone trooper minifigures. So
Dang.
I thought this was pretty neat. Now the meme set that I got here is pretty funny. So I'll just show you guys this, and then we'll see what your reactions are.
Wow.
So on the left we've got
That's a trap.
we've got this is known as a Akbar trooper. And I will explain. I'll explain in a minute why. It's kind of goofy, but this is the meme Lego Star Wars minifigure I wanted. His name is Jedi Bob, and he came here with this starfighter. So they made like a custom starfighter
Oh,
for him.
sweet.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I like about this is they kind of took inspiration from the if you guys remember the micro series of the Clone Wars. Anakin had like a really cool, like kind of blue Jedi starfighter, had like big engines on the front,
Yes.
not instead of on the back. So they did that where they put two big engines on the front here, and then they kind of cut the rudder back here, so it's a little bit shorter. Anyways, I like this build. I thought it was a pretty fun build as well. The frame of it's pretty sturdy, and then there's also a little gonk droid as well. So little bit of story time with the meme here. So I got this neat little book here, which is basically the Lego Star Wars character encyclopedia.
Wow.
And this Jedi Bob character has a funny history because originally he released back in like 2000. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. 2000 and something. Oh, 2002, excuse me. So right here on the left, 2002. And he was part of this this gunship right here. But at the time, he had no name. He was just called Jedi Knight. And the Lego community, like just the fans, decided to name him Jedi Bob, just for reference sake. And it wasn't until like many years later that he was actually coined Jedi Bob. And then this past year, Disney / Star Wars did this Lego animation called Rebuild the Galaxy. And it's kind of like a children's like cartoon with like Lego Star Wars minifigures, and Jedi Bob is like one of the main characters. There's also like a kid as well, and then basically what happened is the whole like Star Wars universe is like flipped. So the Sith are like the good guys, and the Jedi are the bad guys in the original trilogy timeline. And so there's actually some kind of cool sets out there. And I'm done showing, by the way. Or actually, no, my bad. I have one more set. My bad. I got one more.
Yeah.
But basically, there's like a white version of Darth Vader, and then there's a Darth Jar Jar was also canonized as like an official Lego minifigure. I have to find the photo and show it to you guys later, but I thought it was pretty funny. I like to get that if I can. They also took the Millennium Falcon and they made it like a dark version of it, so it's all black with red trimming on it. That one's a pretty cool looking one. So, anyways, so for my final Lego set, the one that I bought, this one I bought for the double points, as well as one specific minifigure that I wanted. So I spent a little bit too much on this Lego set just for one minifigure, but I think you guys will like this.
Ooh, bro. Ooh, man.
So yeah, this is the most, like, this came out last year. This is the Star Destroyer. It's a play set, so it's got like a little bit of functionality to it. These these open up, so you take this off, and like this kind of just has the top part here of the ship, and then these panels actually kind of flip open. So if you're a kid, you can play with what's going on inside here, and I'll try to show you what's happening. So yeah, we've got kind of like the command deck right here. So like Darth Vader, he would be standing over here. If I can do this with one hand, there we go. So yeah, he'd be standing here. You've got the bridge officers. Excuse me, this is the bridge here, and then of course you've got like the holocron or the hologram table with a like a medical suite. There's also in the back here. There's a what do you call this? The glass display, which is pretty neat. Anyways, so for this set, the only thing I really wanted from this set is this one minifigure. And by the way, this set came out during the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. So it's been 25 years that Lego has partnered with Lucas or Star Wars in general to make licensed Lego sets. And so for what they do for anniversaries is they'll do these kind of like exclusive minifigures, and they'll have like a little plaque sometimes. So for the 20th anniversary, for that year's sets, there would be like one extra minifigure that was like for the 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. So I have one. I won't bring it up, but I have another one. But for this specific set, this is the character that I've been waiting a long time for. And I know you guys probably don't play a lot of like video games, but he's actually from the latest Star Wars video games, known as Jedi Knight, or excuse me, Star Wars Jedi, excuse me. And his name is Cal Kestis. And so I wanted this guy because I actually have his little droid companion as like a droid set. So it's about like this tall, and it came with a mini droid minifigure as well. So anyways, long story short, I bought this big Star Destroyer really for just this one minifigure. and I got double points out of it. So I guess I kind of win in the end. So it wasn't a complete net zero. So
Bro,
yeah.
2 questions, dude. Like, how long of a build was this? Just from the start.
So actually, I streamed this, and it took me 2.5 hours, I think, to build this
That's
set.
it?
Especially, well, yeah, I'm a fast builder, but I did run into some issues with some of the pins and things not lining up because sometimes the instructions aren't really like the best. So, yeah, 2.5 hours roughly, maybe three. That big one that I showed you earlier, that took me like I think a grand total of 13 hours to build. So yeah, that took quite a bit of time.
Bro, just for the look of that, the setup you had, I got to give you one of these. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Appreciate it.
If you ever get the Death Star, I'm tuning in for the live building of that because I've heard about it. I can only imagine what that would be like, and I'm assuming you're going to get it at some point. And I want to see that.
Well, I don't know, man, because there's a couple different versions. They have like a playset version, so that's the one that you want because it comes with all the minifigures. And then
Okay.
the one that there's rumored to come out is the adult version, which is supposed to be like $1,000. I'm not spending $1,000 on Legos, all right? So,
Bro, that's like I said. If you ever get it, please let us know. Whatever time it is in Japan, we're waking up to watch it. All right?
okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna have to see that. Roman, dude, you're up next, man. What do you got?
All right. Well, Canoli's with us right now, and he's a big Batman fan. He's been doing a lot of Batman reading recently. So this I had to get on the secondary market because it was an exclusive.
Oh my
This
god!
is the Justice Lord Batman. I have the Justice Lord Superman up on the shelf. It's one of my favorite Superman figures, actually. So this comes with pretty much nothing. It comes with Batman, and it comes with the Batarang, the silver Batarang up there. But it does have the nice. Again, look at that cape.
Oh,
it's cool too
nice.
because you think it's black, but it's not. It's a very, very deep blue, and it's got the nice the pointed. It's not just a straight cape. It's got the wedge thing going on there. It's a really nice looking. So let me get him up here. So it's not just a black figure, which is what it kind of looks, but it's got that. Let me see if they come on. Work with me, camera.
Oh wow! Yeah, it's got the metallic look too.
That is really neat.
Yeah, very
just
nice. Deep blue. And that's all around the figure. He's got it on the legs, and he's got it on his the gauntlets there.
That's awesome, dude. I thought you said Justice Lord Batman. I was thinking from the Justice League animated series. I completely overlooked this one. Wow.
And he's also the cape is also wired, so it's gonna you can get a really nice looking kind of display with that.
I might have missed it, but what does it come from originally?
I'll go around.
Let me see when this one. Let me look here. And I'm gonna have to set the Batman down here.
Yeah, it's basically it's a reverse.
It gives me. Oh, it's gonna tell me on the back of the card, but I haven't.
Cool. There we go. Even better.
I'm sorry. So all that stuff is still together.
So AC, I think so. I can only go from the animated series version. It's basically like it's a reverse Justice League where they're like criminals, pretty much.
Oh,
and they just run the world.
You're thinking of the Crime Syndicate. This is when the Justice League basically took over, and we're running the show. A very authoritarian version of the Justice League. So instead of the Justice League, they were the Justice Lords, and they didn't put up with any crime. So it was really easy to piss them off.
Yes, and I think that's the one where that's not the one where Flash died, is it? Or I think in the animated.
That is the one where Flash died.
Yes.
And that was what turned their from managing crime in a just way to crushing anyone they saw as a criminal.
Is it a long storyline?
If you read,
no, I think it's just like maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Is it 2 episodes on? I'll try to find it for you.
I'm very interested in this now. I'm kind of curious to see the other characters' suits as well, how it looks.
Yeah, and I missed and I'm so mad at myself because they came out with the Wonder Woman from this series. I think no, that was the Crime Syndicate Wonder Woman. That was because they called her Superwoman, I think, or something along those lines. Yeah, it's this and the like I said, the Justice Lord Superman are really really nice. So I got to figure out. I got to put these guys together too. So there's going to be a lot of rearranging out here in the studio of the Empire. But that's it. That's the figure. Secondary prices.
How much extra do you want to pay for the secondary on that? Or you find it fast?
I don't assume that the Misses of the Empire is watching the show. So it ended up being like $47, which was the best deal I could get on this figure.
That's true. Wait, so hold on,
it was still a lot.
Do you run into any secondary market issues with your Legos or no?
Oh yeah, for sure, especially for older sets. So I have to use a website. There's a really cool website called bricklink.com. It's basically a worldwide a second seller for Lego products. And a lot of them are like, since I live in Asia, not everybody has everything. So I have to get stuff from America or Europe. And so what kills me is the shipping. Like the shipping is insane from Europe, whereas the Lego set might be cheap. So, what I do is I go to local, what do you call them? They're not like Goodwills, but they're kind of like that, like secondhand shops. And I might find a rare set there for a good price, which I actually did last year. I was very shocked. But they're not. It's not too bad. I would say it's not. It depends on the Lego set. It's not too bad.
Okay. All right. We just want to make sure if the misery loves comfort around here, especially if we have to pay for the good God. What you call it? And let me see what I got. All right, so I'm gonna break out the 3 statues that I have before I go to the rest of the action figures. So the next action figure that got the next one that got my statue was released the same day. So this is the other one that I bought. I think this was like 25, maybe $30 total, but I actually got Storm's box here on this one, and I think this one best. And this is actually Spider-Man tails.
Ooh.
So again, $25-$30. Very simple plastic. Give me a little action figure card here, and comes right out. And this is what I actually like about this one. It's actually got a little pole that helps stand it up. So I've got a stand, which makes her look like her flying. Again, McFarlane is fantastic for getting stands.
Amazing.
Yeah, again, the whole thing is plastic on here, so if it falls, you don't really have to worry about anything breaking like you would like a porcelain figurine. But like, it's awesome. They include their backgrounds on here. I'm not going to use them, but they come with these little faux backgrounds, so it makes it look like it gives it more depth. But again, $25-$30. I always like Storm in the black suit versus the white suit.
The prices are just so good.
They are, dude. And the thing is like the next one I'm going to show you, I got for like $10. Like, so the thing is, whenever he does a sale, you have to look at when the
sales are going, because you can find they don't happen all the time, but when you can get these things for $15 or under, you are morally obligated to buy it, even if you don't want it.
Yes,
you got to buy it.
You have to buy it, as everyone knows. You have to buy it. All right, I'm just gonna move this. I'm putting this back on the table and putting the card next to it. All right, so ACU, sir, are up. What you got?
I was gonna say real quickly, if they make a Ghost Rider in that statue form, I will buy it right away. Like, totally, definitely will.
Oh my God, it's gonna be very articulate. I think I was probably gonna go for $40 or $50 because you have to have them on the bike. But I mean, considering the fact that the rest of them would probably be around maybe $180 to $200 for like the figurine version, I'm buying it too. I don't even like Ghost Rider like that. I'm buying that too. Yo, Carl MG, welcome, good sir. But
all right.
Yeah, AC, you're up next, man.
So for this one, I'll switch things up and I'll go to something that I found recently. So
Cool.
you know, as you guys know, I like to help out our buddy Ginger Ninja at the Comic Cons out here.
Yes.
And so I'm just his assistant, but he'll give me time to go out on the show floor and just look around and see stuff. And of course, there's vendors like selling all kinds of things. And this year, I found something really interesting. It was dirt cheap. It was less than $10. It's still in its blister pack, or not blister pack. I guess it is a blister pack with the cardboard backing to it. And I'm going to open it because I want to read the comic that's inside. So without further ado, this is what I was able to pick up at
Oh, that's
out
really.
here.
Oh, Shadows of the Empire, sweet. Oh, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'm
Well
gonna
done, dude.
open it up live too. We're gonna take a
All
look
right.
at this because I'm very curious about this. It's been sitting for like a couple months now, so yeah, we're gonna open this and see how it goes. But I had to like it was less than $10. I like Boba
That's
Fett,
incredible.
so
Less than
the
10
reason-
bucks.
Yeah, it was less than $10. It
Oh my
does
God.
have some pretty bad what do you call this, like wear here, but
Yeah.
Eh,
yeah, actually the vendors out here sell older Star Wars toys like Power of the Force and stuff, and they don't go for too crazy of prices, but depending on the toy itself, like the Clone Troopers, the white plastic is faded, right? It's like it gets a bit
Mhm.
yellow. But for some of the other stuff, it's
yellowing.
fine. Oh, sorry,
See,
what was
the
that?
only
Roman?
thing I don't like about the only thing I don't like this type of packaging because unfortunately, and I got a couple of them back here. When you open it, it's basically destroyed. There's no way
Yeah.
not to destroy it.
Yeah.
It's just it's unfortunate. Like the boxes, it's pretty easy to keep if you are like I end up destroying all my boxes, but
Sorry if it's a bit noisy here. I'll mute myself.
All good, man. That's not bad, dude. I mean, that's for $10.
$10.
And look at that. See, all he has to do is the twisty ties, the bread twisty ties. That's all he asked from McFarlane.
No, it's
Bread
like
twisty
you're
ties.
doing friggin' surgery with the McFarlane figures.
Right. Dude, like you know how hard it is with a knife trying to get through that? Like the underside between the rib cage is the scariest. I'm so afraid I'm gonna like puncture the thing and then it's ruined.
Yep.
All right. So let's see if
Those are great, man.
Oh, my bad. Here's the I got tape here sticking to my fingers. All right, here we go.
Feeling. That's really nice.
And
man.
actually, I don't really have a lot of Star Wars figures. I've got one Clone Trooper and Captain Rex, and then now I've got this Boba Fett and IG-88. So, oh yeah. So my bad. I got to do the whole spiel here. So articulation. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess for articulation.
That's the old Star Wars figures, man.
Huh. The cape, it's definitely a big plastic piece here. Can I take the backpack off? I don't. Maybe I might be able to take that off. But yeah, I mean, besides that, it is pretty stiff. I mean, it's been sitting there for who knows how long. Oops. Yeah, there it goes. Yep, legs too. I'm not sure how I'm gonna stand these up. This is gonna be interesting later, trying to stand them up. But yeah, of course, the comic here, which will be pretty cool to read.
That's great. The book was really good. The novelization is great.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to check that out then. Yeah, I love this old style art for the.
Yep.
Now, what year
That's
was
really
this
nice.
actually?
Is that a Marvel comic?
This is Dark Horse. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, Dark Horse. Okay,
Wow.
Dark Horse. Yeah.
Dark Horse. They were the best.
Yeah. Pops put me on to the original Star Wars comics. I don't think those were Dark Horse. Those were Marvel. I know that was Marvel, but yeah, some of the Dark Horse comics are pretty dope. But yeah, this is pretty cool to see like the advertisement as well for like some of the other toys. But yeah, like I said, it was only it was less than $10 and well worth it for this nice comic and
Yeah, man.
2 figures here. So
That's a win. That's an absolute win.
yeah.
Wow. Dude, that is very nice, man.
It makes me feel bad about my life choices now, though.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just
There
a little
was
I got
there,
$47 Batman staring at me over by my monitor. Now it's like gotcha, sucker.
Yeah, there was two other random things I found. They were like Hot Wheels cars, but they're like character ones. So one of them was, of course, like Captain Rex and some weird like buggy or something, like the car with the wrapping on it. And then another one was a Hot Wheels toy before a Mario Kart, like the go kart itself. And I was like, well, that was weird. And both were like less than $6, I think, maybe $5. So, not too terrible, I thought.
Yeah, not bad at all, dude. I'm bringing it back out here. All right. Roman, good sir, you are up next.
All right, let's leave it to the panel here. What do you guys want to see me crack open next? Slide out of my.
Well, I chose last time, so I think E.G.O should.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna do it. I'm doing this because I told him to get this months ago when it was on the cheap. I need the Kilowog and Kyle Rayner, sir.
Kilowog, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
All right. This thing is a friggin' monster.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, and this giant friggin' thing here cost less than Justice Lord Batman because it was on sale. And when you got it was like $30.
Originally, this thing was $80 when it came out.
Wow.
It took me weeks to pull the trigger on it, but he will show you why it was worth it.
Yeah. So this comes with the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. I just ripped the box. I hate myself. I'm gonna get rid of the box anyway, but I like to keep the back. I like to cut the back off because that's where the art is. Hey, Flashpoint. So, like I said, this thing weighs a metric ton on its own. And I'm going to put the box down here just to get it out of the way. But this I'm going to pop Kyle out first because I want you to see the scale of Kilowog. So the Kyle Rayner figure itself is nice. It's a good figure. Like I said, I have a similar, not same one that's up on the shelf already. And, it comes with the lantern and the swords and all the business, and that's fine. But Kilowog, sorry. And he comes with a big giant green his lantern and a I'm losing my words. A construct hammer, but this guy is he's massive, and actually the articulation is feels like it's pretty good on here, given the size of this figure. It's huge. He's making me feel bad about myself. Look at, if you don't know who Kilowog is, he is the big mean Green Lantern. I love the character. And so I want to give you the perspective here of size. So you got Kilowog, and then you got Kyle.
Yeah.
This thing you could kill a man with this figure. Yes. It's impressively big, which is not something that's heard a lot in this house. So look at the muscles on the back there. It's nicely done. I wish I could have gotten this on its own, but quite honestly, on its own, for $30, this would have gone for more than that if it was just on sale on its own. Anyway, the bigger figures always do cost more, but they do a nice job. Like the Swamp Thing figure I have, which is also a massive figure. It's a really good figure. We got. Let me see if I can get him to do so you can see the hand.
It's fantastic.
And then the ring hand, of course.
Yeah, I like how they kept it to 4 fingers. That's awesome.
Well, anyway,
he's got to have some weight to it.
This is kind of neat. The arm joints, you can move, do a little back and forth with that. So it's got a nice, like I said, for the size of this figure, range of motion is good. I'm hoping he is pretty steady on his giant freaking feet, because if he falls, he's bringing the whole show down with him.
He actually is. It's not as bad.
And I want to show you the accessories here for a sec. I'll be quick. Like I said, you've got Kilowog's got his the construct hammer here. that's his lantern, and then all of Kyle's stuff. I assume the big giant sword is for Kilowog too. And then Kyle has some construct samurai armor. That's fine. I'm not going to put that on him. I actually have that from the previous figure as well. So that's it for Kilowog and Kyle.
Yeah. Honestly, that's probably the best 2-pack that they've done.
Why am I so big? Why can't I hear anything?
I was going to ask you
Did my
that.
audio go out?
I think I can hear
My
you. We can hear you.
Give me a sec. I'll recycle.
That is fine. I just let somebody come back in. In the meantime, I guess I will go next and get my last.
Whoa! What's happening?
You back?
His camera changed.
Oh boy!
You're getting a side shot of him.
If you need to boot out and go back in, that's fine, dude. Because I was wondering, I think your audio went out before. I guess while he's working on that, I'll release my last one. So I think I was talking to Roman about this one when he said that there was another sale. And again, Todd McFarlane.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to leave and come back.
I can. All right, go ahead. So let me do this real quick. Green Lantern Corps Flashpoint 2-packs on my feet. Oh yeah, I have to look back at the Flashpoint 2-packs. Oh, because the Flashpoint 2-pack was a Thomas Wayne and Reverse Flash. That was a nice one. If I didn't have the Reverse Flash, I would have gotten that one. So again, I got this when they did the Todd McFarlane pre-sale, or wasn't that pre-sale? He did a sale maybe back in like Easter, I think, for this one. And AC, dude, this was like $10.
No, get out of here, dude. That's insane.
$10. $10. They had like 3 of them, but they were all like $10. It was like $14 with shipping, but like again, it was $30, but they did it on sale for like $10 for one of like their clearance events. So again, got so I pull this thing out. So I figure out how.
That's cool. I didn't. Like $10. I mean, that's definitely well worth your money right there.
Dude, that's how me and Roman wind up in so much trouble, because they actually wind up making all these like super cheap. Dude, I am so sorry, guys. Hold on, let me mute myself for like a second while I pull this thing out.
What's funny is you'll get them cheap, and then you save yourself on the back end when you find like a more expensive figure. So it kind of like evens out, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that is pretty dope. I like that. I hope I can find that out here. If not, I know a guy that can ship me some stuff. So because I definitely get this, I would get that Spider-Man one alongside a future Ghost Rider if they ever do that. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, and it comes with the mini. You said it comes with a mini trading card too, like the comic cover trading card.
Yeah, all of them come with their own card. Like that's a reference to the actual thing. Again, guys, I am sorry. I am hurting y'all's ears with this. But yeah, just give me 1 second to knock this thing out, and I'll pull it back on there. All right. So, Roman, can you hear us okay?
Sorry about that, guys. Like everything stopped working. My camera went out. Everything died on there.
That is fine, dude. I'm actually running into some display trouble here. Y'all give me like 2 minutes. Y'all go ahead, and if y'all want to go to the next one, that's fine. Roman, since you're back, do you want to do another display real quick?
Yeah, sure. And again, sorry about that.
Jacob said
you guys went through one while I was gone.
I'm working on this thing. It's mine's stuck. That's what I'm saying. We'll go on to yours so I can undo this thing. Jacob Irons said he thinks you had Supergirl back there. He wanted to see that one.
Who's he want to see?
Supergirl.
You want to see the Supergirl?
Supergirl. Okay. Yeah.
We'll get to mine back later in a second.
I'm making a mess in my garage here.
All good.
So this is the same. This was released at the same time as the Kingdom Come Superman. These came out on the same day. So it also DC Direct. So the packaging is unfortunately exactly the same as that Superman figure. It's a cool figure. The packaging is a nightmare though. I don't know why they do this for the DC Direct and don't just use the standard boxes, but whatever, that's fine. Give me 1 second here while I wrestle with this. I opened it yesterday so that I wouldn't have to deal with this, but yeah, here we are. So it's the Supergirl without destroying it. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book that comes with this, which is kind of cool. And then the figure itself, and she comes with a couple little, she got little fists and a sword. Why a super? I haven't read the comic book, so I was gonna say, why does Supergirl need a sword? That's kind of, I don't know why Supergirl would need a sword.
Yeah, that's odd. I saw the sword.
It's
I'm
like,
I don't understand that.
Why does Supergirl need a sword? Okay. Oh, the cape. I'm trying not to destroy the cape as I get out of the box. Okay, so this is a very classic looking Supergirl figure, which I'm trying to get up here. There we go. She's got the skirt, the boots. I dig the hair. It actually, it's there's a lot going on with this. Nice. It's got the yellow S on the back of the cape, which I dig. You don't always get that on the back of them, so it's often, more often, in fact, just a big red cape. So standard articulation again, normal business with these figures. She does not come with a flight stand, which I will probably make one of my own. I saw there's a nice YouTube channel that shows you how to make your own flight stands out of 75 gauge wire, and they last forever. And the heat in the garage where I display my figures does not affect them, whereas the plastic ones, they end up getting real bendy, which is too bad. It's because it gets hot as balls out here. So again, so this Jacob for you, this is Supergirl, nice figure. I don't know why the cape is bending up. I would assume it's just to annoy me at this point. It does. There is a wire in here, and it's not cooperating fully at this point. Yeah, cause I don't. It's all flipping up in the back there, and I don't know why it's doing that. I'll sort that out. So good looking figure though. She's very slim. And again, she looks like a girl, which is nice because sometimes you get the more masculine looking faces, which is not good.
Scary.
It's like, yeah, whoa.
Oh boy.
Put that
hey,
back where
Royal.
it came from.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so it's a nice figure. I'm glad that I have this in the collection. And like I said, it comes with a sword for reasons that I can't begin to explain.
It's a Tom King run. She gets transported to another world. Powers are kind of finicky. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, they're saying the Supergirl movie is based off of this, the story that goes along with that action figure. So that's where everyone's kind of like 50-50 on it. But yes, we got it. So Nerdporeal Lifeform, welcome, good sir. Thank you for joining.
Love Nerdporeal.
Copa's giving you, so you got to do an upskirt. We got to increase the views, so it's got to happen.
All she's got under there for the stick nerds out there, she got some blue. She got some blue going on under there. If it's blue, it's not for you. That's what that means.
That's awesome. Oh man, that's great. So, Roman, I was telling this to AC. I got this for $10, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. This is the one that they were doing a sale on. Yeah.
Holy
it was
crap.
in box. The box that it came in was this. So it actually looked really. There we go. It looked like he was on a skyscraper the way they had it set in box.
Oh yeah. I like those. Yeah, I those inserts that these things come with are nice. I've got the one for my Captain America. You've seen it. The Captain America you gave me. I got that set up. But yeah, that looks great.
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like it's got the sight. I can actually rotate this thing. This comes off, so if I ever need a new display, I can put it right back on here. And so it looks great. It's got, I think it's either the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin's exploding pumpkins here. But it just looks, overall, it's fantastically articulated. And for $10, I can't beat this. And look at that. Articulate his ass too. So Spider-Man's got an absolute dump truck. Spider-Man does leg day. But yeah, this again, $10, dude. I think the next one of the next clearances they do on this. Check this and see if it's there because this is only like $10 when I got it. 15 with
That's
shipping.
nuts.
All right, AC dude, you are up next, man.
Yeah, I like to show the photo that I sent you earlier.
Yeah. I got you.
And I'll just talk about that.
Sure, that works. It's actually a really good setup for this too. All right, take it away, dude.
Yeah, so what I got here is basically three different they're the same characters but like three different versions, like toys or action figures of them. So I'll start with the smallest in the front and work my way back. So the ones that you see on these kind of like dirt looking stands, those came in this little kind of like do you guys familiar with the thing called a loot crate? I think it's discontinued.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that.
yeah.
So they teamed up with Microsoft and they did Halo Loot Crate, and it was called I think like Halo Legendary Crate or something. Anyways, so I tried my best to keep up with it as much as I can, but I started it before I moved to Japan, and then while I was moving to Japan, I had to like cancel it because I was worried about it getting lost in the mail, and then I repicked it
Oh,
back up. So I missed like a good year's gap of it, unfortunately. But I did collect as much as I could from it, and so these characters came the ones on the brown like stands came from the loot crate system, and this is Noble Team from Halo Reach, which was the last game
Yeah.
that the developer Bungie made, and I like them. I think they're really cool. They're just kind of like this goofy, like over proportional. They're the closest things to Funkos that I'll buy because I'll never buy Funkos. I will never accept Funkos. I'll never buy any Funkos. Yes, I'm not one of those type of people. So, yeah, and I have other characters like this. Like I have Master Chief, the Arbiter, Buck from ODST. Like there's some other ones I have as well. But anyways, this shelf is my Noble Team shelf. So moving up, the action figures that are about like mid-size. Those are actually McFarlane action figures, and
Whoa, nice.
my first like experience with collecting action figures as a teenager was through these McFarlane, Halo McFarlane ones, and I had a blast. Just like collecting them and purchasing them when I could, and then when I got some like real money as an adult, I was able to get even more. So the only one I'm missing here from the McFarlane ones is the guy on the far left there. His name is Noble Six. I don't have his figure. I need to get it still, but I have all the other ones, and
Nice.
they're fine. Like pulsability wise, they're okay. The weapons are, I think they're the best. Like detail wise, they're the best looking for the Halo ones. There's a little bit more detail with these Halo Reach ones. So, yeah, so I like them a lot. I've had them for like 10 years now as well, over 10 years, excuse me.
That's nice,
Yeah.
man.
And then the final set, which is in the back there, the big ones. Now, these
Okay.
ones are pretty, there's an interesting story behind it. Basically, these are called, are you guys familiar with Square Enix?
I've
that
heard
ring
it.
a
I don't know
bell?
what it is though.
So they're a video game publisher, but they also do action figures as well, like big action figures, and they're under the toy line. They're called Square Enix Play Arts Kai. That's like their toy line or action figure line, excuse me. And so they did a collaboration with Microsoft, and they did these Halo Reach ones way back in 2010, and they were like, I think they were San Diego or E3. They were showcased at E3, which is like a gaming expo, and then they went out to be sold to the public. Needless to say, I didn't know these existed until I moved out here, and I went to one of those secondhand shops that I mentioned earlier, and they had 5 out of 6 on like for sale there with their original box, and they were dirt cheap. Like the most expensive one was the big guy from the 5 there. So if you exclude the guy on the far right with the shotgun, all the ones on the left, so starting from the green guy, June, and then going to the left, I bought them all at once. And the big dude, he's got like the brown, red trim and the orange trim. He was about $30, but the rest of them were like $25 to $20 a piece.
Not
And I
bad.
looked them up
Okay.
online, and they go for a lot more than that, especially if they have their box.
Yeah.
And I just randomly went to this shop one day because I go there like maybe once every couple weeks, and they had them there, and I bought them right away. I was like, I got to get them. But like I said, I only had 5 out of the 6, and so it took me about a year and a half to find this 6th guy, which is the guy on the right
Wow.
there with the shotgun, because he's obviously the coolest looking one out of the 6 of them. He's got, I don't know if you could tell, he's got like a skull look to his face, which is supposed to be the lore behind that is he actually etched it into his visor. Like that whole visor is like an astronaut looking visor, and he etched in the skull with his like knife. So,
Dang.
anyways, that guy was the most expensive out of the six because he's just like that's just how it goes out here, and that one costed me about I think $80, which I think is the most I've ever spent on an action figure. I
Whoa.
know that's probably not
Man.
nothing compared to what you gentlemen have done, but
No. That's that $80 is more than we spent for one. But yeah,
okay.
I mean, you got your money's worth, bro. You definitely got your money's worth.
And he came with the box. I have all their boxes, and the funny thing about this is I bought him off of like an auction online, and I remember just sitting on that auction, waiting, and then I bid, and I was able to get the winning bid. And like I said, it was about a year and a half later that I found him and I won him, and I was able to bring them all together. And from the very beginning, I never took them out of the boxes, so I kept them all together, and then I unboxed all of them at the same time. So. Yeah, this I would say out of my action figures, the big guys in the back are my most prized ones because of like the story behind them and just kind of like randomly finding them. And so yeah, so I had to share this on stream because it's it's a toy stream, so I got to show
Yeah,
these off.
Those are nice.
They look
Yeah,
awesome,
my
man.
my
Like,
son
go ahead.
has the ones that are in the back. My son has a very good collection of those. And I have two Master Chiefs. I have one that's on my computer in the kitchen, and then I have the Jazzware version.
Oh
The
yes,
Jazzware version is freaking great, and it's scale with all the regular figures, so you can kind of hang out with everybody and not feel either too big or too small.
Dwarfed.
the I have way more, but like I have to the camera won't be able to show them, but I have that
We
Jazzware
know.
one.
Yeah, the Jazzware, and I wish they had made more. They made a couple, because they had like an interesting samurai version of it from
Yes,
Jazzwares
that
as
one
well,
I
which
want. Yes.
I wanted to get, but then I went back and then it was gone, and I've never seen it again. And I don't want to again. Some
As
things
far-
I'm willing to go that extra mile for on the secondary market. Some things it's like, do I really need the Samurai Master Chief? But do I really need any of these? When I was talking to E.G.O the other day, I'm looking at these boxes and I'm thinking, it's like $25 to $30 a box, and you have 15 of them.
You got 50. I don't do.
And then the numbers start running before me, and then I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me?
I had to tell him
And
to
then I
stop
order a
running the
record, and I feel
numbers.
better.
By the way, the McFarlane ones I showed off, they actually made vehicles for that toy line as well. There was 3 of them,
Ooh.
and I have 2 out of the 3. And they fit. The one of them is the Warthog. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, Roman.
Oh, nice.
Warthog.
Yeah.
McFarlane made an actual it fits 3 figures in it. One on the turret and the passenger as well.
I think I think my son might have had that. Because when I was getting him these figures, he was younger. Because I mean those the McFarlane toy line for learn to speak for Halo had been out for a while.
Yes.
Before McFarlane did superhero figures, they did a lot of other things. So nice. Yeah, I do. I enjoy I like the concept of Halo. The games are a lot of fun. The movies have been a large disappointment, but the action figures have been really cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Word. All right, guys. So next one I got this when I was with Roman in San Diego, and whatchamacallit, certain crossovers don't make sense to me, like action figure wise. Like I know they're trying to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Cobra Kai. Didn't make sense to me. I think there was a Cobra Kai and another one that didn't make sense. However, this one that I saw made absolute sense, and Roman was with me when it happened. This makes sense. Power Ranger Street Fighter.
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh,
Yes.
yes. I'm for this. I'm totally for this.
Yes. I was like, the minute I saw it, I was like, this actually makes a lot of sense. I've got Ken as a Power Ranger. So give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull out what they gave us.
That is sick, man. Holy. Is there other ones like this or just that one?
Oh, dude. Yeah, there's, I will show you I'll try to send you the wish list because they've got Chun-Li as a Blue Ranger, and Ryu, I think, as a Green Ranger. I think I have to see it on there, but I'm not gonna say off the jump, it looks awesome because instead of having a morpher in the front, it's a black belt morpher.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's all.
That's nice.
Yes, I'm not the shoulder. The padding is great, and I like the fact that they have the black gloves with the white fingers on there, so there's a contrast on there, right?
That looks really
As
good.
we're going completely sleeveless. We're going Larry the Cable Guy with it. We're gonna show off the jack muscles. And the cool thing about this is it actually comes with the Hadouken or the
That's
Shryuken
so cool.
energy, and it actually has on top of that. I don't know why, but a Hadouken construct. I guess it's an eagle. I don't know why.
IJP, you can tell us that because he knows about the Street Fighter lore, so he should be able to tell us about that.
IJP, please let us know because I have no idea. I have no idea why this. I'm completely thrown off by it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I just don't know. You've got two fists, which is great if you want to do the Shryuken. And actually, the cool thing that came with this is an actual like energy projection stand. So I have the stand here, and if I have him doing like this, I can make it seem like the Hadouken is actually shooting out of his hands. Hold on. As soon as I figure out how to do this, and that I know how to use my pieces. So yeah, it's got the actual stand on here. So if I do this and have him like this, it's like he's doing Hadouken, more or less, or summoning a spirit energy of whatever. But yeah, I actually like the way they have it set up like this, and I'm getting the Ryu one later.
Can I see a close up of the helmet, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm trying to see which Power Ranger that is. I'm guessing did they go off of the original Dino Trio? Does this say? I guess because
let me see. So
that's interesting.
It's the Lightning Collection.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this then while you chat.
He's the Soaring Falcon Ranger. That's why. Okay, I mean
that makes sense.
Hence Jan Bird.
Zayu Ranger, maybe because I have no idea. Power Rangers that turn into the Hadouken. I guess so because I was trying to figure that out.
I'm thinking that this is a custom one, like a custom Ranger.
I think so because I was trying to figure that part out. But I mean, they've got. I'll try to see if I can find the other ones. Oh, and AC, I actually put in the private chat the episodes for the Justice Lords on there too.
Appreciate it.
Let me see if they got no problem. Chun-Li as Power Ranger action figure. So I can find it on here because they have pretty good estimation. Oh yeah. So actually, these are really cool and really intricate for the ones that they have on here. Hold on. Let me share the screen. I can show you what I'm talking about. And through here, this one. So this is Chun-Li as a Power Ranger right here.
So, that's cool. Wow. I like that.
Yeah. So like these are awesome looks. Like they're very, very posable, very sturdy, especially in the knee and ankle joints. Like I'm at this fucking I think there are more, but I think there's only this one, Ken, and maybe Ryu that I can remember. I have to go check my my Amazon wish list to make sure, but the ones that I did see on there, I put them all on the wish list. But yeah, honestly, they're very very easy to pose and they're very sturdy. So that's what I'm gonna have to do there. But yeah, I guess AC, you are up next, good sir, while I look and see if there are more Rangers.
Oh, I guess we'll get back to the normal flow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. I don't want to step over Roman over there.
We really don't get enough people to join us anyway, so go right ahead, dude.
All right. Yeah, so the next one, these ones I'll open up as well. I actually just picked them up this weekend, and these are they're action figures slash electronic toys. I don't know how else to really describe it, so I'll just turn on the camera here. But um, oh, I guess what's going on here? My camera doesn't want to turn on. Let me check
Oh,
my settings.
We've
Oh, my
we're
bad.
all
It's the
having
wrong
issues
one.
today.
My bad. This should work. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with Amiibo, Nintendo Amiibos. So basically, it's a statue, and then on the underside here is an NFC chip, and then you use it to like do different things in like different video games.
Hmm.
And these four just released this past week. And so I was able to get all four of them here. So I'll open them up and I'll show you guys. I guess one at a time here. A lot of people like to keep them in the box because I've moved so much. All of the ones that I have do not have their original boxes except for like two, because this is a pain to try to like keep them in the box and not get bent and everything. So it's a bit easier just to take them out of the box and then transport them that way. We can't be like Roman and live in the same place for like 30 years. I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
So I wish I had that luxury. Oh, this is new. They have an actual tie here.
Oh
I've never
boy.
seen
oh,
that before. Yeah, because
good
of this
luck.
staff here. Okay, I got to be careful then. I almost like ripped this out with.
yeah. That would have gone poorly.
Ooh. Oh yeah, extremely.
Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting here. Um, you know what? I could do the same thing you did, Ego, and I can open these up off stream if you wanted to move on to somebody
Honestly,
else.
honestly,
I can do that.
how many twists? If he twisties, you have one or two, or how many?
So I got this one. This other one doesn't seem to have it. It's just this one that has it actually.
Okay,
So
do the twisty. We got all day, bro.
okay.
We honestly got all day.
I know this is some riveting content here, so
Let's do this. While you work on that, I'm just gonna show you guys real quick the Ryu one I found. So the other action figure I wanted was Ryu as a Power Ranger. And this is what he looks like. So I mean, like it's White Ranger makes sense. Like it's again very very posable.
that's
And it
sick.
comes with its own Hadouken too. So I'm like, yeah, and this one has both for hand and for foot. So like
Nice.
you can do yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get this one next. And it seems like it's worth $40. Even again, though, this one's Hasbro. So I actually like what Hasbro's been doing with their collaborations. They've made it work. So I got that on there. Oh, love it. Hey, Legos are cool. It's awesome. I actually built the 600-piece Wolverine claw back here from Lego. They do some great stuff. Not the Dare Ranger, White Ranger actually looks sick for one time with. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think it's $40, but well worth it. Definitely save for when I can accumulate those Amazon reward cards and cash it in. And yeah, definitely. But yeah, Rome, I was gonna say, yeah, it's very like the feet are very stiff enough to hold up when you lean them forward. So they're gonna make it work. But yeah, dude, I can't wait till you set up the Kilowog one because I mean,
Yeah, I got to figure out. I think I'm
rare.
gonna. Do you remember in the display I had? It's where Parallax is. It's Parallax,
Yes.
and so that's where I have the Kingdom Come Green Lantern, who's not a great figure. The
Yes.
The Spectre, when Hal Jordan became the Spectre, it's a cool figure, but it's also not in scale anymore because it's from the older line, so it's short. And then I don't even remember what the hell the other thing it's the Alan Scott. It's the old Alan Scott figure. It's not from the McFarlane line.
The older one.
It's the original one. And it's fine. So I might clear those out and put Kilowog in there and see if I can make that work because he's really tall and I don't want to lose him just visually in the display. So I'll see if I can make that work. Or he's going to have to go out in the big display, but I don't really have I don't have a shelf. We talked about it before. I have to clear out a corner and I need another shelf unit is what I need. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about trying to see if I could do like not a Murphy shelf, but it's like even if I bought a table and kind of stuck it somewhere to kind of give me more room. So, hey, Admiral Teague, what's going on?
Hey, Admiral Teague, hello, sir.
It's me, Roman, and Angry Canadian streaming all the way from Japan. So it's very late. He's staying up late to be with us. He's been awesome. I've been trying to get him on
Yes.
for like the last year and a half. So it's been finally great to have him on.
Um,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
so
man.
I got them open. So basically, these are like characters. They're kind of like companion characters in the latest Legend of Zelda video game. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus here. Anyways, so come on, focus camera. Focus. Yeah, that's I'm not sure why it's not focusing, but um the level of detail. So when it comes to amiibos, right? A lot of them are like pretty basic in design and whatnot, but I would say that the level of detail has definitely improved. This is an older one from 2017, I want to say. And so
Very nice.
it's still got a decent amount of detail, but some of these ones here, like, like I said, I wish that this camera would focus. I'm not sure what's going on here. Um, Maybe if I bring it in from the side. Nope. It doesn't want to focus. Like the level of detail is insane on this. Like it's I don't know how they paint this. There's a lot of like this is a bit metallic right here. The coloring. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different colors going on here, especially with this one here. She's got like kind of a metallic gold here.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, and then look like you can't even see it, but she's got abs. Like she's
I
got
can
a
see
six
the
pack.
abs.
Yeah, she's got a six pack etched in right there. So, anyways, these I just like collecting them. I'm a big video game nerd, so collecting anything video game related, like like that Street Fighter Power Ranger collab that you have there. That's what I like getting. So, yeah, like I said, I just picked them up the other day, and now the funny thing about these amiibos, back when they first came out in the US, not these ones in particular, but just the series in general, they were selling like hotcakes. Like, you know how you guys
Really?
struggle to get like action figures and stuff because they like sell out online and whatnot? These
Yeah.
amiibos were like insane, man, in the US. And then I move out here to Japan and I just like walk into the store and I could pick it off the shelf like without any like hassle. And so
Nice.
it just made me laugh because I guess like they just have more of a surplus out here than they do in the US. I mean, the US is a bigger country, right? So um, yeah, but anyways, these are I like them a lot. They're just display pieces for me. I have like a big collection over there, and I just leave them on there, and I try to dust them every once in a while. So, anyways, yeah, and like I said, they have a functionality. So I think for
Mhm.
this game in particular, when you scan it in, you get like a skin for your glider, and it has like a
That's
different
cool.
pattern on it. So it has
Okay.
a decent feature to it. Some of them have other functionalities, but depends on the game. But yeah. Anyways, it's pretty cool. I like just collecting these video game figures.
And so, like, what they have different functionalities when you scan them in.
Yeah. So you guys are familiar with Super Smash Brothers? Uh,
Yes. Yes.
so
I don't
they've
know what that
made
is.
okay. Well,
It's
basically,
our generation's it's our generation. It's a millennial version of Sorry. Like anyone that plays, if you're friends, you're
Okay.
not going to be friends after playing that game.
that's definitely a great example of that. So for example, like in Smash Brothers, you have Link, right? And they've made
Yes.
a specific Link amiibo for Smash. If
Okay.
you scan him in, he actually becomes like an AI character that you can train.
Oh.
And then the computer, the programming gets smarter as you train it to the point where it's like it becomes unbeatable. So
What?
every Smash Brothers amiibo has a character like that where you just scan it in and then you could train with it and hang out with it and fight it and it gets smarter and smarter and smarter.
Oh my god.
Other games they have other functions like for like some of the Mario Party games or like Animal Crossing. I don't know those functions that well, but I know for Smash Brothers and for Zelda, like they just do some different things here and there. They did just release some Street Fighter amiibos for Street Fighter
Oh.
six.
Six.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah, I heard
six.
about that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what function those serve, but they're pretty nice looking. Those Street Fighter 6 amiibos. So, yeah. So that's basically it for my my amiibo rant here.
No, that was actually I did not know you could do that.
That's cool.
I like the fact that you're making it so that they're making them functional with the game that you already bought. So I mean, for the money you're spending, you're getting upgrades with it too. So actually, I think that's really cool that they got that set up.
Yeah, the Smash
Right.
Brothers one is the most impressive, I think, out of all of the amiibos because of the programming behind the computer to like get better at like playing the game to the point where you can't even beat it. It learns your moves and your patterns. It's kind of scary.
Okay. See, AI is killing us, guys. That's awesome, man. Dude, Roman, you are up next. I'll be on the lookout for those more Migos, especially if they have them in like Power Rangers or DC characters now, because that's gonna have. I'll make that work.
Okay,
Go. What you got,
this
man?
was one I was excited they came out with it. I didn't actually expect them to, but it is Power Girl.
All right.
You know, it's Supergirl's clone, all grown up. That's who Power Girl is. If no one knows that. And they did a nice. They've had her on the Justice League cartoon as well.
Yes.
And that they did a good job with that. So standard stuff in the box. You get a card, you get a stand. She also does not come with a flight stand for reasons that I have no idea why. But she does come. This is kind of fun. So she comes with a couple different sets of hands, which are nice, and she comes with a cat.
No!
It's a cat with a cape. There's a lot of jokes that could be made there. We'll leave them all alone. So let's pop her out of the box here. Also, a wired fabric cape, which is pretty
nice. Wired. Okay.
So where to put all the stuff? Okay. So again, the wired cape, which is cool, which we talked about. The light is kind of, there we go. See if I can get any closer on the head. I guess not. So like I said, it's the white costume. It's bleaching out a little bit here.
Okay.
So good figure. She's very comic book accurate in all regards, apparently. So that's good. There's a lot of jokes there. So
there's quite a few.
It's power. I mean, Power Girls there's been a lot of humor about her cup size. I guess we can is a nice way of saying it.
Once you're finished with this, I'll have to tell you guys the story about Power Girl. Rome, you know the story about Power Girl, right?
Yeah, he just kept drawing them bigger and bigger. He was just waiting for someone to say something. That's how it happened.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's how she's like that.
So again, nothing. The articulation, all the usual stuff. I will probably make a flight stand for her too. I need to make a Superman shelf. But I just don't have the space right now. She does. She's like I said. This is it's a well put together figure. And and she's not like a main player as far as your universe goes. So I'm glad they did do the figure up. She was a big. If you ever seen the cartoon, Batman and Superman Public Enemies, she does have a big part in that, and that's a really good cartoon. I just did a rewatch on that not too long ago. So that is Power Girl.
Nice, very very nice. All right, AC, you want to go back and you want to do one of yours as well? Again, I don't have nearly as many figures as you guys have this time, so I'll let y'all show what y'all have.
Let's see. So I got one kind of random one, and then the rest are gonna be basically the same, like the same type of like item. So I'll throw in the random one. Actually, I gotta get another one from off the shelf here in a second. So I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. 1 second.
Yeah, and E.G.O, I'm gonna have to jump at noon, just as a heads up.
That is what time is it? That's what 11.
About 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. Actually, yeah.
The Empire lunch, or it's going to be me in a plastic box.
That's all I know. That's where I was with it too. So I mean, if you want to go and show the next one you've got in between AC, that works too.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Or if you're ready, AC, go for it. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm good.
I didn't plan on getting to all of these today. It's just it's too many.
Do I have one more after this? If not, I'll just do the other one
Yeah.
I was going to show. How
So
does?
we got about 30 more minutes on this
Okay.
before we need to be out before our wives kill us. So
All right.
you got you're next up, man.
All right. So I got these figures here. These are kind of like on kind of like big stands.
Wow.
Oh,
And
that's cool. I like that.
these are I'm gonna have to kind of move the camera out. I'll tell you the story how I acquired them in a
Uh-huh.
minute. Um, yeah, this one because he's got a big sword here. You're not gonna be able to see it with the full shot here. So
Wow.
yeah.
Whoa. That's awesome.
So the story behind this is out here in Japan, they do these things called like prize lotteries, and basically, they do them at convenience stores and like bookshops and some other stores. There's about 50 prizes, and they do them based off of like themes. So like this is Final Fantasy VII, and they'll do it for like Marvel. Sometimes they'll do it for Dragon Ball, like video games, whatever. And it's usually around promotion period. So like I think this one is because the game was coming out on PC, so they decided to do like this big promotion for it. And basically, there's 50 prizes. Every time you have to buy a ticket, and every ticket is guaranteed a prize. However, there are like different levels. So you have like cheaper prizes that are like they do them based off of letters. So letter like F, and then letter A is the grand prize for that lottery. And that's what this is. This is the letter A, like the top prize for this event. Um, and so then usually like the bottom prizes could be anything from hand cloths to um, rubber keychains to clear sleeves or like clear files, excuse me. And then what they like to do too is they'll do a last prize, meaning if you draw all the tickets or like if you draw like the last remaining tickets, you'll get a last prize as like a bonus. And she was the last prize for this like little event.
Nice.
Yeah, and so they're just like there's no posability per se, but they're just like stands and
Yeah,
um,
that's super
They
cool
look
though.
awesome,
they're
man. They look
I think the
really
detail's
great.
pretty good. Yeah. Oh, as far as prices go, so every ticket is let's see, it's about $5. Let's just go $5 per
Yeah.
ticket, and it's based off of your luck. So you have like a box, and you pay for the ticket, and you pull it out, and then you see if you get like a good price from it, and
Mhm.
you can choose 10 at a time. They'll let you do that, and depending on like if it's a slow event or not, they might let you clear out the box if there's like 20 tickets left or not. But you do
Mhm.
the math, right? $5 times 20. I mean, you'll be
Yeah.
spending quite a bit. But so yeah,
Yeah.
for this particular event, I did spend a lot more than I probably should have. So
You
um,
got two great figures, man. That's awesome.
yeah, it's and my luck was really good that I actually pulled a second one of this grand prize one, and I sent it to a
Wow.
buddy of mine because he's a bigger fan than me. So I wanted to like give him something kind of cool from it. And then yeah, Nerporio he got some of the prizes too because I pulled so many extras that I had like duplicates, and I'm like, well, I don't need to keep all these duplicates, so I gave some to him as well. They're like
That's
some little
awesome.
figures as well and whatnot, but yeah, so they do these events for like a bunch of random franchises and series as well. So yeah, anyways, I wanted to explain that and show that to you guys.
No, it's awesome, man. Like I those and I know it looks like the sword moves too, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. This you can take out. You actually have to
Yeah.
remove the what do you call this? The pommel at the end in order to
Okay.
actually pull the sword all the way out. But yeah, it does come out. And then this piece comes out as well because it was that's how it was packaged. Um, yeah, and he's on a little bit of a stand right here. So yeah.
Protecting against breakage. I appreciate that because if that's all one piece and like solid, I know I'm gonna drop that. That's gonna be my bad. Before we go to Romans, I just wanted to show you guys something that Jacob Ironside gave me permission to show. So Roman, when you were showing your Supergirl, he showed me some of his work in progress art, and this looks great.
Oh,
Man,
nice.
that looks
Oh, that's great.
very
Yeah.
nice. Like, yeah, as a work in progress, Jacob
Yeah.
Ironside, sir, this looks amazing, man. Like, I can't wait to see what the final product looks like. And I did not know you were an artist, so this looks amazing, man.
Yeah.
Very, very nice, very nice. Let's bring us. I guess I'll bring us
Solid.
back now here. What did I just do? Give me a second, guys. Stop the screen. There we go, and bring everyone back. Son of, I hate these layouts. I actually hate these layouts. Hold on, and However there we go. Good lord.
Hey.
Guys, StreamYard changes things like every 6 weeks. Okay, I
There's
swear I'm not
often-
slow.
Yeah, I just try not to shut off my stream in the middle of my stream. That's all. That's the goal. That's all I try to do.
Trying not to. Trying not to. Thanks, dude. Wife actually took a arcade board from Mortal Kombat 2 and made it an additional shelf. So I'm putting more stuff on that. So it's been awesome. Roman, yeah, dude, you are up next, man. Thanks.
Okay. Let's go. We're gonna go with Guy Gardner because I was so excited when this one came out. And so this Guy Gardner does not have the bowl cut. So they didn't need to do that, folks. They didn't need to do that to Nathan Fillion. They chose to do that. So Guy Gardner, when he was first introduced, many years ago, he was kind of the a-hole of the Green Lantern Corps. He also, I think, if memory serves, has a mild amount of brain damage. But what are you going to do? So this is an interesting thing. That this is something new that they're doing. So instead of giving you different replacement heads, they're giving you replacement faces. And I've not worked with one of those before, so I don't really know how that's going to work.
I was going to ask you what you think is going to happen because I was confused too.
I'll be damned. It does come with the bowl cut. I'm sorry. I thought that was like a scribble or something. So you can take the hair off and you can put the bowl cut on if you feel the need to do so. James Gunn, I'm talking to you directly. So let's get Guy Gardner out of here. And I wish this was the look they used in the movie. I don't really. Again, I want to like the Superman movie, but they keep what in the oh no, Roman.
What do you do?
I've fallen victim to one of the classic blunders here. I didn't get all the ties. Give me. So
that's what happened to me. Happened to me too.
Amateur move. I thought I got them all. I didn't get them all. There's one across his torso. Let's not lose a finger. There we go. That could have become screamy real fast. Put the knife down, and then we have Guy Gardner. So, like I said, I do wish they had gone with this look. I don't like the semi-uniform thing that they're doing in the movie.
I don't
between Guy Gardner and Hot Girl and Mr. Terrific seems to kind of have his own thing going on, which is fine. But I don't know why they're doing that. I just don't get it. I
think it's because they're trying to go off of the Terrifics, which was a comic book about Mr. That's why they did that. I think that's why they're trying to do that. Yeah. So
again, standard articulation points here. It's a nice looking figure. I'm not gonna put that bowl on his head. But Guy Gardner also has like one of the most distinct looks of all the Green Lanterns. Most of them have the pretty standard suit. His is unique. It always has been because he's kind of a wackadoo character. So he will go on my Green Lantern shelf. He'll probably get in fights with the other Green Lanterns. That's okay. But so I'm really it just peels right off. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Just the head part just comes right off, and you can plop on the other one or the in the face and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to like that more or less than the head swaps. Those are pretty easy to do. You just kind of pop them off, pop them back on. So the whole face thing, I'm a little concerned. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
How
easy does the face come off?
That's a great question. Oh no, it actually comes off very easy.
Is it magnetic?
No, there's a little hole.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pops right into
it. So they put the hole in the face now instead of the neck, or instead of the head of the other one.
Yeah, so it just and it's just it's a small hole behind the face, and then the face just pops right back on.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
Not
Not
Olive
the- not
Garden.
the
Thank
second
you.
one.
Thank you, Admiral Teague, for not going to Olive Garden.
All right,
It's
let
a
me see which one
sin.
I got.
It's
Bro,
a
what's
sin
wrong with
that
Olive
you-
Garden? What are you talking about?
It's- I'm not gonna hate on my wife.
It's
Loves
a
her as
crime
a
against our
canard
people if you
carbonara.
go.
And so I have had this one for 8 months, and I have not opened it. In fact, it actually
Wow.
came
No,
in a
I know how you
bag.
feel, brother. I know how you feel.
Yeah, like I just never had a time to actually show it off. But I got this in October, the same place where I got the question, Roman. The same when I released that one. Yeah, same place. So I actually went back later on, like a few hours later, because I looked at it. I was like, nah, I shouldn't get it. Then I went back and I was like, I gotta get it. And again, childhood story here. I got Lord Zed from the Power Rangers. So this is pretty much
I know
the
that. I
box.
actually know who that is. I know that character. I'm familiar with that.
See,
character.
there you go. So guys, this it came in the box like this with a bag. And again, if you look at the back of this, presentation is everything when it comes to action
Ooh.
figures.
No, that's a nice looking box.
Yeah.
That's why I hate sometimes. Every now and I have some boxes that I have kept, and because it's just like, oh, I can't get rid of this. It's just too nice looking.
And the thing is, this isn't a box; it's a sleeve. So check this out. Like the presentation alone, guys. Presentation is fantastic. Yeah. And so again, I had to unbox and do the same thing with taking all the twisties out of this one. But I mean, it's a big bulky one, and I don't really need, sorry about all that sounds. Don't really need everything to happen, but I mean, this is actually really cool. These are actually kind of like twisty tubes on here. So it's got it's still plastic, but it's not the hardened plastic, so it's still flexible. He looks like he's gonna be he's kind of stiff with the joints, but honestly, all he has to do is just kind of stand there with I guess the Z pole on there. I mean, for what they're also giving me out of this is, for some reason, I've got a python. I think I don't know what, I don't really know what the direction was with this, and I've got a bunch of hands now.
Oh my goodness!
An extra
wow, that's
face.
a lot of hands.
Yeah, a lot of hands, a face. There's like these little sphere balls here. Again, for how much I had to pay, which was like, I guess, you know how you guys pay for the Comic Con exclusives, because I hadn't seen this anywhere else, so it was like $60. But for $60 to $65.
Yeah, I know. Every now and then you just gotta pull the trigger. But I was looking, was it Flashpoint Collector 66?
Yeah.
Opening the Mafax Superman Dark Knight Returns. Wow. E.G.O, you and I talk about those figures. Those figures are beautiful. They are gorgeous figures. They also, that's like everything I just bought back here is that figure. They're expensive, but you know where that money went. That's hardcore. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
I'm going to get my wife said I could buy one. It's just it sounds like a trap, because it's a trap. It sounds like she's daring me to buy one, and I'm afraid to do it. But if I buy one or anything close to it, it's gonna be its own stream or its own video, because it's like,
oh
hey,
gosh, yeah,
I spent all this damn money on it. I need to know exactly what I'm getting for like $80+. So believe me, that's happening. Zed pole dancer. Hilarious.
That's great.
AC dude, you're up next, man.
All right. I can lightning round the last ones that I got. If that's cool with you.
If you want to, dude. I mean, like I said, if we ever are able to do this again, like on probably it's gonna be another holiday midday, so you can stay up to do this. Whatever you don't show us, feel free. We want you to come back on when we have a chance to bring you on. So whatever you're not able to get to, you can save for next time.
Oh, trust me, there'll be new stuff next time. You guys.
There's
know
always
exactly how
new stuff, AC.
Yep. Nice. All right, dude. Yeah, whatever you want to show us, that goes, man.
Yeah. So a lot of people probably don't know this, but I'm a big Mobile Suit Gundam fan. And I didn't grow up watching it. It wasn't until I actually moved to Japan that I got into it through some coworkers, and I got into building kits as well. So recently, I went and picked up a bunch of kits because I actually went through a drought, just not buying any kits. And yeah, so what I got here is these are so the ones I got going to show first are high grades, so they're about the same size as like your I guess 6-inch action figures. Um, so this one is from my favorite of the Mobile Suit Gundam shows, the '08 MS team, and so yeah, so this is just one of them here, and I'll just show you real quickly what the runners look like on the inside.
Whoa!
So
Whoa.
yeah, but this won't take too much time. I can do this in like less than like a couple hours, I think.
What?
These are like not too bad. The high grades, the high grade. So that's one of them. Here's another one from the same show. So Gundam is kind of like Power Rangers, where they do like series of them. So like there's like this season for these, or this series for like a couple seasons, and then they'll move on to like a completely new story. So anyways, that's from the same one, '08 MS team. This is just like another Gundam unit, and then this one here is actually one of the more fan favorite ones that they did a new kit for, and this is
Oh,
the
nice.
the opposite
Wow.
side. So the one I showed you, those last two are on the same team. This is like the opposite team mobile suit. And yeah, so this one's a big fan favorite because of the design, and so I had to pick this up. I thought it was a pretty cool looking one.
Cool.
Yeah, so we got that, and then some other ones I got here. So this is from the new show. There's a new show right now, and I had to pick them up because I'm actually a big fan of this new show right now. So
All right.
this is high grade as well, so the same size as what I showed before. And this new show is really interesting. I won't go into too much detail because of the time, but I'm a big fan of just the mech design for these guys. They got a lot more sci-fi, more modern sci-fi look to it than like that classic look that you saw before. So that's this one. And then this one right here is really neat. So this is another kind of like fan favorite now, which is the Police Zaku. So it looks similar to the one that you saw before. That one is called the the Goof Custom Zaku. But anyways, this is a police version one, and I thought this one was pretty neat. I have another one coming in the mail soon, which is like the main character's Gundam suit, but I don't have it here tonight with us. So that'll be for maybe next time if I haven't built it by then. So
Dude.
and I got two more. So this one is actually an exclusive one. So for those of you guys who don't know, Japan is hosting the World Expo right now, and that's going on from, I want to say it was from March to October or April to October. And so this one is so Japan has a life-size Gundam. They had two, or they have three. Now they have
Whoa.
two. Yeah, and this one here, they actually rebuilt it. So they took it down and then they rebuilt it specifically for the expo. And then this like extra wing stuff is actually like part of like the expo like theme or something or other. So this one is, let's just say this is the expo version of this Gundam. And I figured, you know what, I'll buy this because it's a limited product here. I don't know if you can see this as officially licensed product. But this thing right here, this actual main unit, this is what they have on display, as you can see right here at the actual expo.
That's so cool.
So if you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm actually going later today. So I'm going to try to take a photo of this and I'll post it online. So, but yeah, this one, I'm actually probably going to build it and then donate it to my workplace because we've done some work for the expo for some clients. So I might just like build it and then like give it to my workplace because I know we've all participated in the expo now, but and then the final one, this one I'm most excited for, and you guys know the story, right? You go to a
please
shop,
tell us, sir.
you guys go to a shop, and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy this one kit today, like this one action figure, and then you end up walking out with like 6 other action figures.
No,
So-
I know that.
All the ones I showed you, I was only supposed to go in for this next one. And I ended up walking out with all those other extra ones. So this one, I'm going to have to actually move the camera a bit because it is a bit large.
Wow.
So this one's a master grade. So it's going to be a bit bigger than the high grades. Yeah. and I'll open it up and I'll show you like how many runners are on the inside. But yeah, I've been waiting for this one to come out, and it finally came out like I think a couple months ago. But yeah, I was only supposed to pick up this one at the shop, and I ended up walking out with a bunch more than I initially intended. So yeah, I'll just open it up real quickly here. Now this one will take some time to build.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there is quite a bit in here. There's also stickers. Gundam stickers are terrible because of how small they are. Here, I'll open it up here for a second. Like these are all individual stickers here, and these are white. You can't tell them, but yeah, these are white right here. Yeah, it's something else. I don't do any painting or weathering because I don't really have the equipment to do that or the experience. But what I do do is called panel lining. And I'm done presenting for right now. But panel lining is basically you take like a marker, and then you go into the crevice of like the different panels of the mobile suit, the mech, and then you just kind of paint into it. And then once it dries, you take like an eraser or alcohol and you kind of wipe it away. And all it does, it kind of gives it more of a like a not a 3D look to it, but it kind of makes it pop out a bit more. So. Yeah, so those master grades, I have several of those master grades, like that type of model size, and they take time. Like they take me like a week, maybe a week and a half, because I only do it in like an hour or two increments. Yeah. So.
Sorry, we didn't interrupt, Bobby. We would. What's going to wind up happening is Roman and I are going to have to buy it together, and it's going to have to be like the parents or the children of divorced parents. He gets it 6 months, I get it 6 months. Like that's what's going to wind up happening. We otherwise we'd love to. Believe me, I convinced my wife we might be able to get one, but it's going to be split. Roman, you can do the last one, and then we'll just go around and see what everyone's got going on.
Okay. So many. We're gonna go with this one because it's a weird one. It's one of the collector's editions, which means I had to pay more for it. From McFarlane, Deadshot. Now, again, it's not a major player. You've seen him in stuff before, but what I really like about this figure is it's the colors are just so comic book.
Nice.
It just looks like it just fell out of a comic book, which I was like, man, it's a really just cool looking figure. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. Oh, you stupid man! All right, well, I'm not going to take the time to cut his feet out right now. So, but that's the figure. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Okay. You had 15, man. You had 15.
It's like I'm new at this. So that's that. I can close with that. And my utter failure of unboxing there.
That's fine.
I'm normally much better at this, folks. And they're like, who is he? Does he have Alzheimer's? What's wrong with him? And I've got. I mean, there's several more back here. Like I said, I knew we were just wasn't going to get to them all today. I've got
what is the one next to Invincible?
You like six though, right?
No, the one next to Invincible.
This one.
That has the crazy art on it, I think. Oh, okay.
So this is Captain Marvel, Shazam for the kids, but it's from the Vampire series, the DC versus Vampire series. And this was also a secondary market one. Here, I think I can pop him in real quick, provided I actually did all the stuff I was supposed to do and I didn't screw this one up. I've got a couple of these figures. They don't all look great. Some of them are pretty lame, but the Captain Marvel figure, Shazam, for the kids, was just I've got this one and I have the Green Lantern version because they just really were just cool and evil and neat looking.
Bad. No, but it's not bad at all. I actually kind of like that.
Art. Yes, it was just now. Like I said, this is a collection. I normally am a completist, but I just couldn't. most of them just weren't as cool. It looked like your standard figures,
Yeah.
with like just kind of minor changes. Whereas this one and the Green Lantern figure were very unique looking in their design.
Yeah.
I dig it.
So
Excellent,
again,
man.
like I said, I was secondary market, but so I had to pay secondary market prices on brand new. They're like $24 secondary market. They're about double. But, so that's that one. So I get to go out on a little bit of a win with that.
Nice. All right, guys. So we are just about to wrap up, but before we do, we wanted to give everyone a shot to let the guests know what they've got going on this week or what the channel is generally about. AC, since you are a guest first timer, you are up first. So what do you have going on about your channel, and what do you have going on soon?
Yeah, so this coming Friday night for you guys, I will be streaming part 2 of this video game called Turok Evolution. And then immediately after that, I'll be hanging out with Nerporeal Lifeform on his channel, just talking about one of my favorite childhood miniseries known as Dinotopia. And I know that maybe it doesn't sit well with a lot of people, but I like it. I like the original art book as well. But we'll be talking about that, and I guess he wants to talk about his Japan trip some more because he's still living off of that high life of coming here. So I've been strangled into that. So besides that, the following week, I don't know my exact schedule yet, but I will be streaming some more games because that's what my channel's all about. Angry Canadian on YouTube and on Twitter, and all those Gundam kits that you saw. My goal is to build them all on stream because I have a little show that I do called Angry Shipyards, and I basically build Lego sets on stream. But I'm going to also try to do some Gunpla kits as well, and just kind of build them on stream and chat with people. Usually I stream around. Actually, I stream in the morning time for you guys. So if people are commuting to work or just chilling in the office, they can tune in and listen to some video game music while I chat with people and build stuff. So yeah, besides that, I don't really have any other plans as far as like that I can think of right now, or guest appearances or whatever. So, but yeah, appreciate you taking time or letting me come on, man, and hanging out. This has been a blast.
Dude, we have been so glad to have him again. Was time well awaited, and it's an awesome time to have you on, dude. You've been so great. Roman, sir, you are what do you have going on this week?
So this week over at Roman of the Empire, we are on Thursdays at 5 Pacific Standard, as we have been for the last 3 years. This week we are doing this will be a fun one for many of this audience, our favorite comic book to screen adaptations. Obviously most are not direct. There are very few direct adaptations, but the at least the spirit of it. So that's we're going to be doing that this week, and we have special guests are going to be Pops, and my brain is and E.G.O. Good Lord. I swear I'm okay, folks. So E.G.O. and Pops are going to be hanging out with us in our usual panel of guests. Jacob Ironside's going to be off this week, busy moving, but the usual folk. So drop by. That's going to be a really fun discussion, I think. So thanks for having me on this for this one. This was a good time. And I may or may not save these for next time. I may, because I really need to organize my shelves. So I need to see where all this stuff's going to go. But by next time there's going to be plenty. There'll be plenty more.
Yeah, like I've got some time off from work, so I might talk to you tomorrow, or you AC is like, hey, look, I got free time. Do y'all want to do this again? So I'll look and see what the schedule looks like for me for the next 6 or 7 days, so we can finish this. I know you've got 9 left, Roman. Quite a few left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I have 7.
Yeah,
wow.
I got 3 maybe left. So yeah, we need to get rid of these so we can buy some more. So our wives know the ones we have. Guys, for me, I will be on tonight with Joker's Voice, Bradley Devil, and with Matt the Unbearable 73. We'll be doing Wednesday nights overbooked, talking some wrestling. I'll be on tomorrow with my friend Roman talking about the favorite comic book to movie adaptations. And Sunday, I will be on with my wife, the Shiro, the one who built this magnificent shelf you see before you, on which I put these figurines. So we've got a whole bunch going on, guys. Thank you so much for joining us from your lunching hour, guys. That was been fantastic. Thank you so much for Roman, for AC, and for myself, guys. We are out.